All right, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Another lesson in Course of Miracles today. Some things happened this morning, and I didn't get to meditate on the lesson today. I kind of did something else. I kind of did a different type of meditation this morning, so I didn't necessarily do the Course of Miracles lesson. So this will be cool. This is a lesson that I did before. And I was looking in it once I opened up the book, and I had already had some stuff highlighted from before. So I'm just jumping on here. I'm opening up the book. I already got some highlights. So this will be the first time that I'm actually going over and reading this today. Typically, I have already done a meditation in the morning, on the lesson. So I'm excited to be here. Another powerful morning. I have some real key team members on my team right now that are really helping me elevate my life. And I just want to, a shout out to them. They know who they are. And a little bit of an overcast, rainy day here today, but it's always bright in the world of the Course of Miracles. So let's go with it here. Lesson 126. All that I give is given to myself. So here's that give, receive thing I think I was talking about in yesterday's video. I ended up talking about something along those lines. So today's idea, completely alien to the ego and the thinking of the world. You'll see this same vibe repeated over and over again in this course. Completely alien to the ego and the thinking of the world. Right? The ego mind, the mind of God. Creation. That side. That there's these things we created, and there's the thing that we always have been from the time we came into this space that God created. And I was just talking about this. I know I say this a lot, and I was just conversating about this, but it's not about going and getting more. It's about peeling back the layers and getting rid and shedding the programs and the conditions and the conditioning and the beliefs, the limited beliefs that we have created for ourselves in this world. Take full responsibility. And I was having this conversation with a friend. It's really time. Some people aren't ready. They're not ready to level up. Well, I think people are always ready. Their beliefs, they believe they're not. So there's a big difference there. We just have to get rid of, we have to clear the way, clear the path. Get rid of the muck. Get rid of the limited belief. All this stuff that we've created to get back to what we really are and why we came here. Etc. Our true purpose, the way we were originally created. So today's idea, completely alien to the ego and thinking of the world, is crucial to the thought reversal that this course will bring about. Crucial to the thought reversal. That's massive right there. If you believe the statement, there will be no problem in complete. If you believed the statement, there would be no problem in complete forgiveness, certainty of goal, and sure direction. You would understand the means by which salvation comes to you and would not hesitate to use it now. So this kind of relates to more stuff I was, before I got on here, was thinking and doing. We have this choice each moment, really. Do we want to choose from our higher versions of ourselves, or that kind of lower version that you might want to think of it that way, or the ego, or the darkness, or the smallness, or the averageness that I've talked about before? Which one do you want to choose? That's it. That's really it. Now, there's some other, you got to clear, there's some programs and stuff. There's some programming, and there's some conditioning, and there's some stuff that we got to work through to get there. But that's what it's going to come down to. Let us consider what you do believe in place of this idea. It seems to you that other people are apart from you and able to behave in ways which have no bearing on your thoughts, nor yours on theirs. Therefore, your attitudes have no effect on them, and their appeals for help are not in any way related to your own. You further think that they can sin without affecting your perception of yourself, while you can judge their sin and yet remain apart from condemnation and at peace. I highlighted that last sentence because, man, I tell you what, as of late in my life, I really have been moving away from wanting to judge other people. When I'm around somebody that starts to do that, I'll be conversating and I'll say, I just really don't want to go there. I just really don't want to judge people. I am not God. I'm a part of it, but I didn't create this. I'm a part of that, a significant piece, just as everyone is. But I just don't want to go there with people because I've had listen, I am not here to judge. I have had all kinds of my own stuff to work through. I mean, that list, it goes on and on. The stuff that, the stuff that I've had to work through and that I at the time wasn't proud of, but now I realize is everything works perfectly. Everything comes to you that needs to come to you. When you forgive a sin, there is no gain to you directly. You give charity to one unworthy, merely to point out that you are better, on a higher plane than he whom you forgive. He has not earned your charitable tolerance, which you bestow on unworthy of the gift, because his sins have lowered him beneath a true equality with you. He has no claim on your forgiveness. It holds out a gift to him, but hardly to yourself. So basically it's saying what I believe, now I'm reading it now. Honestly, this is like fresh for me today. So what I'm taking from that is, there is no, when I hear, because his sins have lowered him beneath you, there is no such thing as beneath you, That's what you're thinking. That's what the other version of you would have you think. And the reason why we don't give that forgiveness out, right? Like, I've been there. I've done it. I've looked at certain situations or people and maybe not been of service to them or did certain things because I thought, well, maybe they're a hopeless case, or this has all happened to me in the past, for sure. Judging them. Not being just that true essence of love and service to them. Thus is forgiveness basically unsound. That's what it's talking about. In those two paragraphs, it's saying that forgiveness is unsound. A charitable whim, benevolent yet undeserved, a gift bestowed at times, at other times withheld. So it's not really, you're not gonna forgive at one time and not another. Unmerited, withholding it is just. Nor is it fair that you should suffer when it is withheld. The sin that you forgive is not your own. Someone apart from you committed it. And if you then are gracious unto him by giving him what he does not deserve, the gift is no more yours than it was his sin. If this be true, forgiveness has no grounds on which to rest dependably and sure. So basically, these three paragraphs are kind of telling you, this isn't, they're giving you scenarios that aren't true. It is an eccentricity in which you sometimes choose to give indulgently an undeserved reprieve. Yet it remains your right to let the sinner not escape the justified repayment for his sin. Think you, the Lord of heaven, would allow the world's salvation to depend on this? Would not his care for you be small indeed if your salvation rested on a whim? You do not understand forgiveness. As you see it, it is but a check upon over-attack, without requiring correction in your mind. It cannot give you peace as you perceive it. It is not a means for your release from what you see in someone other than yourself. It has no power to restore your unity with him to your awareness. It is not what God intended it to be for you. Not having given him the gifts he asks of you, you cannot recognize his gifts and think he has not given them to you. Yet, would he ask you for a gift unless it was for you? Right? This is his whole give and receive. When you're given, you'll even catch me sometimes. I'm still very relatively new to this course. I'll still, not understand things completely. I'm going right through this course with you. This is my first time around. Now, I know I started doing these videos midway through. It just kind of was a thing. I'm like, I just want to do this. I'll come back around and do the rest of them all the way up to the 120s. And, this is basically saying when you are given, you're given to yourself. I talked about this. I think I made a short out of this. You're given to yourself. It's you. We're all just points of awareness, consciousness, fragments of God, of creation. So when you withhold forgiveness or withhold service, you're withholding it from yourself. Today we try to understand the truth that giver and receiver are the same. You will need help to make this meaningful because it is so alien to the thoughts to which you are accustomed. This course is going to, I was on this path. That's why this course lined up for me. So, I hope that there'll be more that enjoy this, and I know that this channel is going to be slow to grow because this material is it's so far more advanced than really what I see out in everyday world for me. Now, that's just what I see. That's my experience. I mean, it tells you right there because it's so alien to the thoughts to which you're accustomed. I know that's true for me. I wasn't used to this. This course answered a lot of questions for me. A lot of curiosity, a lot of things that I was already thinking and things that were happening for me. Man, I got a lot of great divine guidance through this course. And honestly, I got to make a video or at least go look at how you can get the material, you can get the course, you can get the book, you can read on their website about how it all came down. It's miraculous. But the help you need is there. Let's see here. You will need help making this meaningful because it is so alien to the thoughts to which you are accustomed. But the help you need is there. Give him your faith today and ask him that he share your practicing in truth today. And if you only catch a tiny glimpse of the release that lies in the idea we practice for today, this is a day of glory for the world. Even if you catch a tiny glimpse of something in this lesson and what I'm presenting on this video, a day of glory for the world. Little by little by little, one by one by one. Give 15 minutes twice today to the attempt to understand today's idea. It is the thought by which forgiveness takes its proper place in your priorities. It is the thought that will release your mind from every bar to what forgiveness means and let you realize its worth to you. In silence, close your eyes upon the world. There that is again. I talked about that a lot yesterday. In silence, close your eyes upon the world that does not understand forgiveness. And seek sanctuary in the quiet place where thoughts are changed and false beliefs laid by. Man, I'm going to read that one again. In silence, close your eyes upon the world that does not understand forgiveness and seek sanctuary in the quiet place where thoughts are changed and false beliefs laid by. Repeat today's idea and ask for help in understanding what it really means. Be willing to be taught. Man, I've been really working on this one with my son. I'm like, I gotta, you have to be teachable. You have to be coachable. It's a challenge sometimes. Be glad to hear the voice of truth and healing speak to you. And you will understand the words he speaks and recognize he speaks your words to you. I know, I get this all the time, like I was talking about yesterday. Where's all this stuff coming from? Where are all these thoughts coming from? Where are these downloads and stuff that I'll call them coming from? It's divine. As often as you can, remind yourself you have a goal today, an aim, which makes this day of special value to yourself and all your brothers and sisters. I'm going to start adding that in when it says just brothers and him and, brothers and sisters. Do not let your mind forget this goal for long, but tell yourself, all that I give is given to myself. The help I need to learn that this is true is with me now. And I will trust in him. Him. Capital H. And that's another thing. They have different words in here, capitalized, referencing the Creator. Then spend a quiet moment opening your mind to his correction and his love. And what you hear of him, you will believe. For what he gives you will be received by you. That's the end of the lesson. That was a good one. Like I said, that was the first time I went over it today. So, I'm right there with you. Coming closer and closer to being that unconditional love that I want to be, just working towards it. One step at a time, not the whole ladder. Climbing that mountain. Standing on the giant shoulders that came behind us. Creator is with us. You get up that mountain. I had a friend. You get up that mountain, and it's going to be hard to come back down or keep going. So let's just keep going. That's what I say. Heaven on earth's already here. We just have to clear out the muck, clear the clouds, clear the darkness. We are the miracle. I love you. Till next time.